Pretty much.
Yeah. I guess we go to Odd Taxi next.
Yeah, this episode's called Not Enough.
Not enough.
Yeah. Apparently, since we're not done with this, and I thought we were going to get 12 episodes.
No, and it seems.
I did not hurt you.
Eh.
But yes, we thought it was gonna end with 12, but no, this was gonna be 13, maybe 14.
I don't know. The way it's looking, it's just gonna be one more episode.
This is the only anime I can't find how many episodes in the season there are.
So this is the episode where they finally commenced the bank heist,
Yes.
They did it.
and it went exactly as planned, but there was a miscalculation basically towards the end of the heist, and that was with Mask Boy. Did we ever get his fucking name?
We did, but I don't remember it.
It was just said it was only said in his episode, and I already fucking bar. So yeah, Mask Boy with the gun.
I call him Dodo Dude, but
Dodo.
but now he calls himself Ditch 11 since.
No, that was Dobu's account,
Oh yeah.
because he was the one that scammed him, and then he was the one under.
Yeah, that's right, with the eraser.
Yes. So yeah, Mask Boy, he was able to find Odokawa and Dobu because Dodo Boy, he was still hunting down Odokawa for what he has done for him. But at this point, he's done so much crazy that he's completely even forgotten what he's doing anymore. So now all he wants is an apology from Odokawa.
You're not getting it.
But he did.
Oh, he did.
He
but
did,
it's
but
just
then he went off the rails when he saw the eraser.
Yeah, as soon as Odokawa started apologizing, the eraser that Double gave him got out of his front pocket, and he immediately recognized it because it was the same eraser from, if you remember from his backstory episode of Dodo Boy. It was the same eraser that he's trying to auction with his dad's money, credit card.
Yep.
And even though he won that auction, he still got scammed. So that's why he's still he's been in the shittiest life he's ever been. And so it just went from 10. It went from 8 it went from 10 to 11 real quick, 180. And this was still the assumption, which I kept talking about this over and over. This Dobu with his gun, he still thought that he has already used all 6 bullets on it, and I'm just like, no, you cannot think like that. I know the Japanese rules with guns and ammo is very, very strict, but even though this is still fictional, even though I would not be hesitating. Oh, he has no bullets, so he can't scare me with that. I'm like, no. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. This is the type of guy that was desperate enough to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. And I knew that he had more bullets on that fucking gun. And yes, he fucking did. So he shoots Dobu for this whole fucking scenario.
I mean, I can't really say much about his cautiousness with the guns. He did make a lot of sense. Most revolvers have between 8 and 6 bullets, and he fired 6 bullets. So, but that's just me. I'm trained.
But I knew I saw that coming. I knew I saw that fucking shot coming. I didn't think he would actually get Dobu. That caught me by surprise, but still. And then Odokawa even though Odokawa was kind of already going to do this in the first place, it just didn't exactly plan out the way he planned it to be.
Yeah.
He just fucking left him there to die.
Yeah.
And so, but it ended with Odokawa already getting chased by Yano and his crew. Because they beat up. Well, actually, we did. Talk about it.
Talk about that.
During the heist, Yano and his crew got pulled over by Big Damon, one of the 2 twin brother policemen. Big Damon. Big Damon pulled them over because Big Damon was also part of the heist scheme, but Yano was able to beat him up and get the patrol car and started chasing Odokawa.
Yeah.
Whew.
And that's how the episode ends, and then we got possibly one more, maybe 2 more.
I hope it's just one more.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, but this one is really interesting so far. Definitely not your average anime, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely has been a very different perspective.
Yeah. So, My Hero?
Let's get Digimon out of the way, because this one was just kind of there,
Alright.
to be honest.
This episode of Digimon was called The Gecko Hot Spring Revolt.
Why is it that anything that's Joe related always so stupid?
Dude, like, it was stupid and it was creepy, and honestly and truly, they fucked Joe in this episode.
What, you were expecting him to go mega?
Yes.
Nah, man, they can't be doing that for every fucking episode right now.
That's the way it was looking.
It may have been looking like that, but no, they gotta reel it
straight off
in.
the arc.
They gotta reel it
They gotta
in.
do main filler, fuck you, filler. This time they just did main filler.
You know how
fuck
this
you.
is, man. They gotta stretch this out, man. They got a whole nother arc they gotta go
It's
through.
an arc.
I get it's an arc.
They gotta go through all the shit, man. It's not gonna be
Well,
bang bang for everybody.
With the way the episode ended, well, okay, so before we even get to the end of the episode,
Yes.
get into that whole thing, Joe goes back to the hot springs, and it's basically iced over.
With Hikari and Hikari and fuck.
And fuck?
No, Hikari.
Is it Fuckmon?
Do you not know the little brother?
I was seeing if you would actually come up with it.
Yeah, you're the one who gives Lino shit about Digimon News names.
Oh my god, you're not doing this. You cannot be doing this now.
Hold on.
I feel like you can. This is revenge for Tailmon.
Revenge. My god. I can't remember his Patamon, his Digimon. But the little brother of fucking Matt. Fuck's sake. So yeah, they're over here at the hot springs, and yeah, they get to find out that hot springs are just gone. It's been like with the winter.
The North Pole.
Yeah, this is just winter, and it's just all been freezed over. But they basically got tricked and lured into like a supposedly hot springs that they can use, but that's not the case. They really just get lured, lured into for this Lord Shogun kind of Digimon. I'm not even gonna say his fucking name because his name was.
It was weird.
But yeah, basically for concept, like this Digimon it was like a frog. His power comes from being on hot springs. That's his source of power, which is stupid, but whatever.
Takeru?
Takeru? Yeah, Takeru.
Yeah, Takeru.
So yeah, Hikari and Takeru, the little siblings. But the context of the Digimon was he's based off of a ancient Lord Shogun of Japanese. That's based off his power sources being on hot springs, which is fucking stupid to be honest, but whatever. And he's been looking for a bride, and oh boy, does he pick a bride.
Which is really bad because he's actually a guy.
Do you really think he is? Do you really think he cares at this fucking point?
I don't think he cares, but it was one of those weird moments where you're just kind of like,
Lionel, it's 2021. You can't do that anymore.
Fuck 2021.
This is called Digimon Adventure 2020 edition. Geez.
So yes, Joe's Digimon gets picked as the bride, which is creepy as hell, and then basically they have to fix the old springs to save him. And so yeah, we just get into this long, wacky, convoluted battle with the Shogun and Joe, and honestly we can just move on.
They won.
Like, they
made new
got
friends.
Fight,
blah 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 blah.
and which comes back to the ending when Joe's Digivice circled and highlighted or blue again. I think he has the Mega Evolution. He has it unlocked, but they just didn't go into it this episode like they did the last one with
next time
Sora's Digimon.
Next Mon.
which is technically Phoenixmon, yes.
Yeah. Oh God.
Now we can go into My Hero.
Yeah. This episode's called "Off to Endeavor's Agency."
And oh, did they.
Start off strong with Mama Izuku. She's just too damn pure.
That point.
Dude, I laughed so hard, to be honest.
At her tears?
Yes.
You monster.
Well, like, she was crying over something that was sweet, so it was kind of
Of course,
funny.
she's pure. Protect Mama Izuku.
That poor woman.
That kid's gonna give her a heart attack one day.
Oh, I think he already did.
Yeah.
With all the time he got injured and freaking passed out. I mean,
I'm sure actually watching him during the sports festival and her collapsing all the time was like, yeah, the fuck.
I think he already gave her freaking like mini panic attacks. We're way past that point. But yes, this is basically the beginning of the work study with Endeavor with Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. And a bit more
Or
side
Shoto
story.
if you're annoying.
Yes, and a bit of a side story with how Hawks is doing being undercover for the League of Villains.
Which pulled out a very interesting new group for the League of Villains.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised with the hero that helped Todoroki and Bakugo was part of that group. I don't remember his name. I think it was written down, but I don't think it was said.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise too. Like he was just there.
Yeah.
I guess also on the cover. But my question is, what the fuck did Hawks do to Best Jeanist? Like what the fuck?
That's right. He got his feather and he looked like it was about to hit in the back of the head.
And then what the hell was in that bag of his?
Yeah.
I don't want to think of the bad scenario, but
The sadistic side of me says his head, but I feel like I'm not going to say it's too dark for My Hero, but I'm going to say it's like a trophy.
Too dark for My Hero. Have we forgotten
Stain?
about Stain?
Yeah, but like Stain, I'm not going to say it was censored, but it was censored-ish, kind of. But like I'm not going to say it's like his head, but I'm going to say it's like a trophy, like a part of like Best Genius is like, what would you call that? Like his turtleneck or his mask?
His turtle? No, not a turtleneck. It's like overall kind of mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it would be that, but I don't know.
And so, while they're in the work study with the group and Endeavor, they already took out a villain, which I don't even know if he was considered a villain, with
I
the
think
power of glass.
Yeah,
So,
very certain power.
it was interesting, but like it didn't really last long, so that we didn't really not to give a shit that much about. So
I think they just called him a street prophet, honestly.
yeah. So we dispatch of him quickly, and then we meet up with his agency. Oh my god, his agency is huge.
Of course, he's a #1 hero.
So it makes you think, what the hell was it before?
Probably just a couple of people.
Yeah. Trying to think. Hawks gave Endeavor a book that
Contain a secret code message.
they said is just. I like the highlighted parts, and he figures out the code like that.
Yeah, Endeavor's not that stupid.
He
He's just
is the
massive.
#1 hero, so it's just like it is kind of expected of him.
Well, but Hawks was worried because I was also worried because Endeavor's not really the type of person that would like understand this kind of shit right off the bat.
He doesn't get that kind of style where he'll understand that kind of stuff
Yeah.
to start off with.
But he was able to get it. So apparently the message was that the Liberation Front,
In 4 months is going to do something.
and I think like it was like over 100,000 of their members. Like, god damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be a full-out assault against the League of Villains,
Yeah.
which I'm guessing is the movie's supposed to be about.
Yeah, because the movie's close, isn't it? Like, Deku, Todoroki, and Bakugo from what we know, they've been accused of murder.
Yeah. And I guess like they're going undercover and try and clear out their name.
I do hope the movie outfits go over to the anime. I do like their outfits.
I feel like if they do, it'll probably be like a stealth mission,
Yeah.
but nothing more than that.
We'll see. I don't think there was anything else, was there?
No, because basically by the end, it was just the full out information, and Hawk was just kind of flying back.
Yeah.
Because he was saying it as
Endeavor was finding
Endeavor
it out.
was reading it in and piecing it together.
Yeah.
So we were just basically getting like confirmation that it is what it is.
Yeah. Last up, Boruto.
Last one's Boruto.
This episode's called He's Bad News.
Oh man, is he bad news? All right.
Uh,
A lot of things in this episode.
I say this is the anime of the week, to tell you the truth.
I mean, a good fight is a good fight. Yes. So Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen,
Yes.
and boy, was it a fight.
Yep.
I kind of wish it was a little longer, but I mean, I know we gotta get things fucking moving.
I'm sure the fight with Boruto and Kawaki's gonna be longer.
Well, yeah, definitely. That's probably gonna be the fucking climax of the fucking arc.
Which, I'm not saying we're getting close to it. We should be, right?
I don't know. I mean, unless you've been keeping up with the manga, you probably already know what's going to happen if it is getting close, but I don't know. It looks like it, for sure. All the pieces are coming together.
Yeah. But, yeah.
What?
No, I was going to start talking about the fight.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, they started the fight strong. Just, it's going into there once they kicked in that music. And they just did no bullshit. It was like, no talking. Fight now.
This whole episode was just nothing but action all the way through.
Yeah.
Like, we got a little bit of information in between fights, but it was just straight action from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Very important information. Apparently,
he can shrink.
Yeah, besides his power, yes, he's able to shrink himself. He's basically able to manipulate matter and atoms, and that's why he's with one of his powers with like the black rods always just appearing out of nowhere. That's just him manipulating matter out of thin air because he's the only one that can see that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he can shrink himself. He can shrink himself into the molecular atom also and reappear anytime he pleases. He can also absorb jutsu, which every goddamn person seems to be able to do nowadays.
At least all of them.
All of the car people, yeah, they all just seem to have an ability to absorb jutsu.
Yeah.
Which is a little annoying, to be honest, but whatever. I'll get past that. And so, but we also learned that Jigen is not actually Jigen. Well, it is Jigen, but like is a vessel to who it actually is controlling him.
Yeah.
I think his name was like Ichiki Osotsuki, which I know the Osotsuki, that's the clan name, but his first name was like fucking Ichiki, something like fucking that.
Some weird shit.
But basically, during this fight, is that since he is a vessel to Jigen, it starts cracking. So he cannot really prolong this body for that long. That's why he needs Kawaki so badly, because he is the new vessel for him.
Yeah.
But short story. Wow, I can never fucking say that right.
Long story short.
Long story short, I always fuck up that phrase for whatever reason. Long story short, Naruto and Sasuke can't really beat him. Like Jigen is just way too fucking strong. And so, but what ended up happening is that Jigen has no time to kill Naruto and Kurama. He is gonna take way too long, and his body can't take it. So he's just gonna seal him in his black coffin of his, which is it was pretty cool the way he sealed him. But he was definitely determined to kill Sasuke. Like he had to die because even he acknowledges how dangerous Sasuke is.
Yeah.
But he failed because Naruto was able to cover him and Sasuke was able to escape. Blah blah blah. This is not the end. We will see neither of them.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Then we had the emotional scene. The arm came off.
Yes, the indication that Naruto's dead. He's dead.
Papa died. But yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
And Koji, the one who's who's been just sitting back, was able to gain all this valuable information.
Yeah. Yes, he was.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens with that whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't really know anything more than that.
But we get it, or?
Yeah, like, with Scarlet on the first episode,
I guess we could talk about it a little bit.
Like, we could talk about the first episode since we've all seen it. Just kind of give you all an insight of what it is besides just the game.
Give you an idea of what's even like what is the world like, what are the characters like. So basically, Scarlet Nexus is basically a world of. It's kind of like how the developer described it. It's like a cyberpunk brain style of world.
Yeah.
Like the brain is like the most important part. Like the whole part of this whole reason of the world is because of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So
the vase-looking enemies.
The other, alien type of enemies, which are the other, have been.
They treat it like 86. They want human brains.
Yes, basically they've ever since like the beginning of time they've been invading Earth. They want to eat human brains because that's all they're accepted. So there was a creation of the OSF with the Scarlet Guardians. Basically, these are a group of elite people with psionic abilities, psychic abilities. You have things like psychokinesis, pyrokinesis, electrokinesis, the works, and then just other superhuman abilities that they use to defeat the other.
Which isn't granted to everybody.
No.
No, it's just a very few selected people.
If you have it at a young age, you're immediately scouted, which by the time you're 16, you become a soldier. Or you can volunteer if it's not powerful enough, which you have to be an adult for, which you would be in your 20s, early 20s. I don't remember the age.
So yeah, the OSF they fight the other to protect the civilization, and they're just basically like your typical elite force that they defend Earth
with their quirkiness of squads and all that.
So with this first episode, we get introduced to Yuito, who his power is psychokinesis, for the most standard of the
basically
abilities.
The Jedi.
Yes. It doesn't help that he also has a katana for his weapon.
That's why I said Jedi. He's got a magical sword that he can give to him with the Force. That you can name any Jedi has done that, and he can practically bend the Force to his will.
Basically.
Yes. And so him and his friend Nagi, they just began training, and they have reached a point where they're finally Scarlet Guardians of their own.
We see. God, I'm going to butcher his name. What was the main character's name again?
Yuito,
yeah. We see his reasoning that he sees another member who saved his life, who's an OSF soldier, and he wants to be like that soldier, but then he finds this soldier.
Again, yes.
But at his age, which...
So it goes into a turmoil. It's like, even though at a young age, this soldier who saved them looks exactly like her, but she doesn't seem to know him or remember him, and he's just Kasane.
He's just some thought that's trying to take away her sister.
Yes, because Kasane doesn't remember him, and he has no idea what he's talking about. But so we're just trying to get into this mystery of like what is happening, like who is this girl? If it is the same girl.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about, honestly.
There is.
Well, we gotta keep it simple.
I don't want to say too much because it's like what we said. We know more because of the game, and the second episode's already out. probably by the time of next week, we're going to know a lot more than what we should with the anime wise.
Yeah, like as soon as it hits Funimation, it should be the first 2 episodes with the third one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's at least what I'm hoping.
Yeah. I'm just honestly trying to figure out what to say about the first episode without spoiling much, honestly.
Not really much you can go by that point.
I don't think we have a choice.
All I can say for sure about the first episode, it I'm not going to say it explains the world well, but it does explain it to a point and explain some characters.
Yeah.
It establishes enough.
Yeah. It doesn't give you the full story of like from monkey era to today.
Yeah. So we're basically starting from scratch with this.
Yeah.
For the most part. So we'll basically keep talking about it as
honestly,
it goes.
this is going to be a weird anime to talk about because
we got to
of the
balance
game.
between the anime and the game, and
This is going to be really weird.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's really about it for this week.
I would say in an hour or a couple hours we'll have the new list up on the page.
We already did.
Well, we already have it, like I said.
Oh yeah.
We already have the list. Look at it. See what you guys want to watch. Leave comments. Let us know what you want to see. But we already kind of got like a general idea of a list of that we're gonna do. We'll probably mention on the next one since
most of them won't start till next month.
Yeah, since it will be starting next week, we'll probably have a list of all the animes because a lot of them start either on the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd.
We'll give you on the page an official list of what we're covering. And if you want to add more, go ahead, comment to us. We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll try.
We'll try. We're trying to stick to a certain number.
Yeah. So, as always, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel.
Oh, and join the official Discord.
Yes, which
Weekly
is taken care of.
I will manage and handle it. It's open to everyone. The guidelines are there. Rules are there. Any of y'all want to be savory fucks? I fixed y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, subscribe to our 2 channels, or 3 channels now. Live every, I'll put up a note saying when we're changing it because here soon I'll actually be starting my new job, which is going to be Saturdays and Sundays. So we'll let you all know when
we'll give you an update on the new show time. So we can't say officially every Saturdays.
Not anymore. So it might be Friday or Thursday, just depending what works best for all of us.
Just stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and so.
Because it's like what we always say, we're professionals.
Yeah, we're professionals. But as always, I'm Lion-O.
I'm Wiggly's Death.
I'm Ghostblade.
And as always, stay nerdy.